I need the girls to listen up for this movement, okay? This summer is no longer Hot Girl Summer. We are celebrating FGF, flirty, girly, and floating. Hot Girl Summer has too much stigma. Let me explain what FGF really embodies. To really live the flirty, girly, floating lifestyle, it is to have a group chat with your friends. It is to go out as a group of girls looking gorgeous, stunning, and snatched every single weekend.
That is without a doubt the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Interesting idea, but allow me to introduce my response to your concept. I like to call it the MCCLAWYDWYLAI or more commonly known as, men couldn't care less about what you do with your life, and your ideas are about as smart as they are completely useless. Nobody cares, so shut up about your stupid summer. The acronym needs work, but the point is there. You can't change the connotation of Hot Girl Summer. We all know you use it as an excuse to go outside, get plenty of photographic and video footage of you wearing as few clothes as humanly possible, while trying to get as much validation to sustain you through the cold winter months. And that's your choice. So go ahead and embrace the MCCLAWYDWLAYTACUNCSSUAYSS lifestyle all you want. We really don't want or need to hear about it. We're too busy being productive members of society to care.
It's about floating through the bar, separating and smooching boys, but always coming back together as a unit to gossip. FGF is truly a love letter to your friends. It's about being single. It's about having a private Snapchat story. It's about sharing going out tops. It's about pre-games, inside jokes, and LOLing. We are here to giggle, laugh, and have fun, and make content. And if the content is smooching random boys, that's fine. We are here to laugh, and this is a movement that all women should get behind.
Nobody cares, Sean. Nobody cares.
Oh boy, I guess I'm a little behind the times here, but I really don't see the difference between Hot Girl Summer and what college sophomores do on Thursday nights at a third-tier party college. You're going out with your friends, drinking dangerous amounts of alcohol, doling out cold sores as much as you're receiving them, collecting bottles of antibiotics as if they're Beanie Babies, and taking an annoying amount of pictures that will ultimately be used as evidence for one of your fellow girlies to stab you in the back when you're dating a man that she wants. It doesn't lead anywhere good, and this kind of hedonistic, self-centered behavior will only destroy your ability to bond with another person and move on with the next stage of your life. But hey, I guess having your fun in a blur of 5 o'clock vodka-induced one-night stands is more valuable than trying to avoid your fast-track destination to the wall, but hey, what do I know? I only possess common sense here.
You know that. Of course I do, sir. Everybody knows that. Of course we do, sir!
Ladies, never chase a man. If a relationship is going to work, the man has to love the woman more. Maybe it'll work if they love each other equally. But if he is not 100% bought in, it is just not gonna work. I said what I said. So I really think the worst thing you could possibly do is chase a man. He will lose attraction for you and he will lose respect for you. I completely believe in this black cat golden retriever theory. You as a woman have to be the black cat and the man has to be the golden retriever. You have to be confident, independent, and especially in the early stages of dating, you need to still be fully focused on you and indifferent to whether he's in your life or not. He should be competing for your time and your attention. Don't forget, men are the ones who are biologically wired to pursue.
Wrong! Woman, I can tell you that if you want a relationship, disrespecting the man is not going to work. Allow me to demonstrate my point using something that you'll be able to understand. Let's say that a man bakes a cake, and it's a wonderful cake. He put a lot of time and effort into this cake. It looks fantastic, it's yummy, and it's everything that you desire. Now, if you respectfully come up to this man and kindly ask him for a slice of that cake, if he's interested, he may offer you a slice as well as a cup of coffee so the two of you can have a chat. And if the two of you vibe, he may invite you for more cake to the point where he's more than happy to make you a cake because he knows it'll make you smile. But you're not advocating for that. Your voracious appetite for cake is so dangerous that you'll run up to that cake, reach in with your bare hands and wolf down as much of that cake as possible, and then you'll tell that man to his face that his cake is stupid, but he should still wife you up because the frosting you painted all over your face makes you special. And you won't be able to blame him if he says no. Not only did you ruin his cake, you completely spoiled the idea of cake for the rest of his life. And that is the true crime here.
We as women are the prize. So stop waiting to be chosen by a man, and please, please stop chasing a man if you're doing that. And instead, remember that you are the prize and let men chase you, and then you'll be able to choose whichever one is best for you. And the last thing I'll say is just think about men who have been obsessed with you and they just like don't give up, and you kind of almost make fun of them in your head and you kind of get the ick. Don't ever be that for a man. Don't put yourself in that position. You are so valuable, and there are so many men who would love to date you. Go be with one of them.
Great plan.
Thank you.
He likes your plan, Chief.
Allow me to translate for you, sister. Chase after Commodore Chaddington of the USS Tyronius. You won't be able to help yourself, and if you offer him easy access to your slime pit of empty validation, he will eventually turn around and wife you up. However, in the event that you want to settle for an average man, make him work for everything. Treat him like garbage and act like he should be lucky to bask in your presence. Break him down and force him to worship you so you can feel justified in divorcing him after you give birth to a few of his kids. I think that's about as accurate of a translation as we're gonna get here. You're not the prize, woman. You are a parasite, and your advice to women makes about as much sense as using cooking oil as engine lubricant. If you want a man to be interested in you, you need to be friendly and not high off the smell of your own farts. Because I got news for you, lady. Your farts stink. They stink like farts, and it's enough to fumigate the Commodore's quarters. So do us all a favor and go away before you ruin our appetites for cake. It's called common courtesy, woman. Look into it.
You might be screaming, no, no, no. All they hear is, who wants cake? Let me tell you something, they all do. They all want cake.
All right, as a single woman living in Los Angeles in my 30s, something I've never observed before until I was doing a wine tasting at a grocery store in Santa Monica. How many couples shop together for their groceries? Like, I saw some decently hot men, in horn-rimmed glasses, and then, they were talking to the butcher, and they were like, oh yeah, well, my girlfriend has to, and I was like, man, I love that I don't have to ask anyone their opinion on what the I buy at the grocery store. That being said, I'm mostly ordering in for myself and occasionally cooking myself soup and definitely just drinking really good wine. So, just an observation.
I am Jack's complete lack of surprise.
Maybe it's just me, but I'm getting the strangest of suspicions that this broad wants men to not only ask her what she wants to buy at the grocery store, but she also wishes that she knew how to cook so she could actually try to get one of those men at the grocery store to have an affair with her. I mean, I get it. It's embarrassing to be your age and not know how to cook and to spend a majority of your money on overpriced wine and lukewarm takeout, but that was your decision, sweetheart. There was nothing stopping you from learning how to cook when you were in your prime. It's really not that difficult once you get the hang of it, but then again, maybe I'm wrong. You don't strike me as the kind of woman who could operate a toaster safely without setting your apartment on fire, which is a shame. If you knew how to make some awesome food, that's like half the battle right there. Unfortunately, your knowledge of wine does not help your case any because most men don't like dealing with women whose blood alcohol level is constantly above the legal limit. So enjoy that wine, sister. You're going to need it.
Good luck.
Question for the guys. If you were to get to a girl's house and you saw these things, this is my gaming setup. These are my house decorations. This is my security guard. I'm a little messy, but my messiness comes with a wardrobe full of sundresses, baggy t-shirts, and a Chewbacca costume. Are you staying or leaving?
Run! Well, considering that your decorations include a singular Chewbacca mask, a singular Lego setup, a quote-unquote gaming rig that includes one controller and a couple of tiny-ass screens, and you have a bunch of sundresses that you never wear, I have come to the conclusion that the only reason you're doing this is because your views and subscriber counts are down, and you're trying to appeal to simps in order to bolster that following. And whatever you're charging for your content, it is way too much, woman. You're too boring, and my gaming rig has bigger screens. My Lego skills surpass yours, and I'm actually capable of doing my own laundry without piling everything up for days on end. If you're pretending to be single to the point where you can't even net a nerd guy in your life, then I gotta tell you, sister, your best bet is to make like Dante as he enters the gates of the underworld and abandon all hope. Because where you're going, you don't need hope. You should take some notes, woman, because that is how you make geek references.
Hell yeah!
If you have a crush on a man and you want to get rid of it, first of all, get well soon. God be with you, R.I.P. But if you want to get rid of it, ask him what book he's currently reading.
Ask him what his childhood wounds are. Ask him to tell you about the last time that he really fucked up at work. Ask him what he did for his mother last Mother's Day. Ask him to explain the ovulation process to you in detail. Ask him what his favorite meal to cook for himself at home is. Ask him if he knows what the pink tax is. Ask him to explain what the male gaze is. Ask him about his ex-girlfriends and why his previous relationships didn't work out.
Emotional damage!
Well, before I say anything, allow me to thank you on behalf of men everywhere for keeping yourself out of the dating market. It's poisoned enough without you there. And now that we got the pleasantries out of the way, on with the gibberish. Modern women don't need any help with their ick lists. They find enough excuses on their own to fill a library with that garbage without your help. A man is under no obligation to answer any of these stupid questions if he doesn't want to. And don't forget, when you're asking these questions, you're just making him irritated because you've turned what was supposed to be a natural meeting of two people to have a nice conversation into a politically motivated festival of brain pain. So when you're asking these questions, that man is going to be keeping away from you because he's already knowing that you're not worth it. So when you're asking these questions, that man is going to keep away from you because he's already going to know that you're not worth the time. Self-respecting men have better things to do than talk about his exes and mansplaining ovulation.
Ask him when was the last time that he cried. Ask him to define patriarchy. Ask him if he knows what's going on over in watermelon emoji. Ask him when was the last time he washed his bed sheets. Ask him how he's deconstructing the patriarchy within his own life. Ask him if he knows what the wage gap is. Ask him if he knows when women got the right to vote. Ask him what his opinion is on the Starbucks boycott. Ask him what he would do if he could quit his job and he had all the money in the world.
Nope. That would be a waste of time.
Okay, to answer the majority of your questions, none of your business, why do you care, and the patriarchy is a made-up construct that you use to justify your irresponsible behavior as well as your rampant and misplaced misandry. At this point, you're not asking questions. You're just interrogating a guy for no reason outside of him having the nerve to be born with a Y chromosome. And you're expecting this man to just respect these disrespectful and mean questions. Well, guess what, sister? Two can play at that game. So here's some questions for you. Do you know how to make a sandwich? Do you think your period gives you superpowers? When was the last time you shaved your legs? What's your body count? And if that body count is too high, what are you doing to stop the spread of syphilis in today's society? How much money do you spend on cheap wine? And how often do you offer birth sacrifices to Joy Reid? Is that your natural hair color? Why do you waste so much money on god-awful tattoos? And here is my personal favorite. Do all of your kids have the same father? And that's gonna do it for today's video, gentlemen and gents, and as always, if you find that my particular brand of comedy is bringing you to the brink of laughter, then why don't you scroll on down and click that like and subscribe button, ring the notification bell, leave a couple of comments, share this video so we can give the good old-fashioned middle finger to the YouTube algorithm. If I thanked you guys a million times over for checking out this new video, it still wouldn't be enough. Yes, every single one of you is indeed that awesome. So keep on being awesome, I'll catch you on the flip side, and until next time, peace out, homies.